Welcome back to Beirut, a city under attack day and night from Israeli jets at the moment. As a result, families have had to flee to safety and schools have been forced to close. But now some mini schools and online lessons are ensuring children continue to be educated despite the ongoing conflict. Let's speak now to Meike Ziervogel, co-founder and chief executive of the Alsama project. Welcome. Thank you very much for being with us. And we'll talk about your project in just a moment. First of all, just give me a sense of to our viewers, a sense of what it's like to live in Beirut at the moment.
So I think for me personally, I'm personally safe, even though, of course, at nights I do wake up, I hear the bombs dropping. My husband calls me up every morning to make sure that I'm okay. But I'm fine. I think for our staff and for our students, of course, it is a very different matter.
A lot of them are, just to explain,
yes.
A lot of them are refugees and displaced people, yeah?
Yes, so our students are Syrian refugees predominantly. We have some Lebanese, but living in the Burj Barajne camp and Shatila camp. And our teachers are Lebanese, Syrians and Palestinians. Right. And regardless of where they live, because our teachers live not just in Beirut, for example, a lot of them have been displaced over the last 10 days.
Because the areas, sorry to keep butting in at the moment, but because the areas that you have just mentioned are the areas that are being targeted. The Israelis targeting Hezbollah sites there. So that's the danger. And so they're leaving. So the people you're teaching are fleeing.
Yes. And these are, and just also to put that into context, if I talk about our students and their families, you know, these are Syrian refugees who lived in camps, in refugee camps here. They've been displaced by the war once before, the Syrian war. Now they are being displaced again. And so 90% of our students have been displaced over the last 10 days. A lot of them within Lebanon. They're in shelters or sleeping, I think, rough. Some have made a very difficult decision to head back across the border to Syria, where it's not necessarily safer for them because they come from areas where it's not yet safe. We have been able to establish contact with most of them, and because even when our students were fleeing, that was after, especially last Friday, they called us up. They literally were on the phone saying, please, 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 don't give up on educating us.
So how are you going to continue educating them?
We have already moved straight into WhatsApp. So we're teaching them via WhatsApp. We are running an emergency fundraiser to make sure that we have enough money. For example, we've topped up everyone's SIM cards. We've also, so WhatsApp at the moment is the best way because it means that the teachers can put the lessons onto WhatsApp or projects or self-study projects, and then the students can access that when they have an opportunity.
How important do you think it is that education continues?
Absolutely vital.
During a conflict, because it is so difficult to ensure that happens.
Yeah, no, absolutely vital. I mean, education is always the first thing that goes during the war. My co-founder, Kadria Hussein, who is a Syrian living here in Lebanon, we founded Alsama together back 4 years ago. I remember her saying to me, education is always the first thing that goes. So, for example, all our students, they come to us as illiterate teenagers. And the hunger they have for education is phenomenal. We have now students that have been with us for 4 years, and they will graduate from Alsama in 2026 to go to international universities.
Really?
I mean, it is that hunger they have. And also, I think what they felt especially last week, as their families panicked and they left, what our students felt was almost like as if the hope they've been building up for the last 4 years, that was being pulled away from underneath their feet.
Listen, we've only got 30 seconds left, but if this carries on, and there's every sign that it will at the moment, do you fear for your pupils, your students, that you simply won't be able to reach them maybe, or that...
No. I don't think that
You
will
will
happen.
always-
Yes, I think they are so determined, and we are determined, and there will be a way. And that cohort in 2026, you can find them at universities.
Yeah. Well, listen, Meike, good luck with your
Thank
work.
you.
It's very interesting.
Thank you.
And, thank you very much indeed for coming in.
Thank you for having me. Thank
Appreciate
you.
it. Not at all.